Yo, everybody. It's dysfunction. Hey, what's going on? Y'all got me feeling good. I got something juicy for y'all today. But anyway, I thank y'all for tuning into Dysfunctional Conversations with your host, Tman. That's Talking Shit with Tman. I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. Hopefully you guys brought the New Year's in right with your loved ones. That's what I said, with your loved ones, not at a club with people you don't know. But if y'all was out partying, hope you guys had fun, enjoyed yourselves. But anyway, thank y'all for sharing the video, liking the video, and subscribing to my channel, coming to get y'all a daily dose of dysfunction. We gonna dive right on into it today. Today's topic is, can you really make a deal with the devil? Can you really make a deal with the devil? Before I get into this, I want to first, let's get it understood. Who is the devil? Okay? The devil ain't some fiery red demon with horns, a pitchfork, a tail. That's not the devil. The devil can be staring right at you when you look in the mirror. Yep, I can be the devil. You can be the devil. But according to Christians / Jewish beliefs, the devil is a chief evil spirit, a supernatural being subordinate to God. We're going to say that God is love. So anything that's anti-love, we're going to say that's of the devil. All right? All right. So anytime a person do something that's not coming from a place of love, we understand that it's coming from a place of evil, right? All right now, let's stay with me, because this is gonna get real good. So I'm gonna give you guys a few examples of evil, devilish thoughts and actions that we all can contest that at some point in our lives, we all are guilty of. And finally, we're gonna dive into situations that we all are aware of, that we all are familiar with, where a deal with the devil was made, and entertainers, musicians, record executives, and we all familiar with these situations. We all know these people. But first, let me give you all just a few little situations where we have done things that didn't come from a place of love. And this is how, at times, we can look at ourselves as the devil, lying or manipulating someone for our own selfish gains. I'm sure at some point we all did some shit like that. We all done something like that in our life. I know I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Taking something that don't belong to you. Everybody has some damn sticky fingers. Everybody that has some sticky fingers. You took a grape at the damn grocery store. Everybody done something like that. That didn't come from a place of love. It wasn't yours. You took that shit. And finally, gossiping. Oh hell. Oh hell. We all did some shit like that. Gossiping, talking about somebody negative behind their back. That don't come from a place of love. Am I right? All right now, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. In the music business, specifically hip hop. In the early 80s, early 90s, hip hop music was for the edification of our culture. Even when you look at groups like NWA, the message behind the music was coming raw and uncut, but it was still meant to build up our culture. Then all of a sudden, the record executives noticed the influence that music had on the culture. Then a big change took place. Artists like Talib, Lupe, Mos Def, artists that fell in that category, they noticed that their music wasn't getting played on the radio as much and was not able to reach the masses of the culture. Something caused this to happen. The radios just didn't stop playing their music because they didn't like it. Some caused this to happen. It was a phone call that was made. Something happened behind the big desk, and we all know what happened. The big record execs said, listen, this music is too powerful. It's too influential. These people starting to believe in themselves too much. It's building up the culture. We have to do something. So now the record executives decided to, hey, let's give the big deals to this specific music. Okay? Let's give the big deals to this specific music. We all know influence is everything. What's being played on the radio is what's considered mainstream. Now, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure this out. Whatever is considered popular in the eyes of the masses, we follow. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure this shit out. It doesn't. We all understand this shit from high school. Whatever is considered popular, that's what the masses follow. Right? In high school, what happened? The popular guys, the big old hunks that you call them from the football field, they had all the women. All right. It's the same thing that took place in the music industry. It's the same thing. So this is where the deal with the devil comes into play. So you have the record execs, a lot of money, powerful beings. Let's stop giving artists like Talib, Mos Def, let's stop giving them the big contracts. Let's tell the radio stations that we're not going to have that in rotation too much. This is what we're going to start playing. So here go the record execs, all the money. They figure, let's pay artists big contracts, play them on the radio, but only if they rap about music that's demoralizing, that's demeanoring, that can ultimately influence the culture to act like this. What is this? Sex exploitation. The N-word everywhere you turn. Only if they rapping about drugs and violence, taking out their ops. These are the ones we're going to give the big contracts to. Not only are we going to give them the big contracts, we're going to make the radio stations play this music. If you go back maybe 15, 20 years ago, the radio stations didn't play certain music. You had to make radio edited music. You would do a song for your CD, then you would have another version on that CD. It says radio version. They say, fuck the radio version. We gonna play this and we gonna put it into heavy rotation. And now we gonna sit back and watch the influence this has on the culture. Now, the executives, they have full understanding what's taking place. A lot of the artists, they understand, but some of them come in blind. You know, they come in naive. They sweet. They come in naive. They don't know what's taking place. They just happy they got a deal and they got the bag. And that's how you sign a deal with the devil. That's how you become the devil, doing devilish things like making music that perpetuates a evil doing, causing young girls not to value their body. On a bigger scale though, because it's on the radio now. It's everywhere. It's all on the TV now. So if you're doing something that's anti-love, like we discussed earlier, that is of the devil, and you're doing it on a mass scale. For the record execs, if you're the one behind this, you the one engineered this, you steered this into that direction, that's of the devil. You are looked at as the devil. So yes, you can make a deal with the devil. You willing to tear down a culture that your kids are in, that your kids are listening to. What is that? Does it matter? You don't care about the destruction of your own child as long as you're able to give them nice clothes, the highest brands. Long as you're able to provide that, you don't care, or do you look at? Maybe you care, but do you look at the long-term effect that this is going to have on your kids? That's when you consider yourself making a deal with the devil and doing devilish acts, devilish deeds. So let's be careful to what we sign our names on. All money is not good money. Is it really worth it? When you look at the bigger picture, yeah, shit real. But when you find out what you have done, it's too late. You comfortable living the lifestyle that you're living, and you don't want to give that up for nothing. So we get comfortable making deals with the devil and being the devil ourselves, carrying out the devilish deeds. We get too comfortable with that, even if it means destroying our own kids, our family members, our friends' kids. You know, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. The bag isn't the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is what we leave behind. Our kids, our grandkids, and so forth. Do you think your grandkids will look up and idolize you if they have the understanding that what you did destroyed their culture, their society, the human race? Do you? And it's not just rappers. R&B singers, they received the same deal. They received the same 360 deal, but they're not rapping it. They're singing about sex, more sex, sleeping with multiple women, popping bottles, drugs, violence, ops. This is what all the supposed to be love-making music, R&B, has turned into, because this is what's going to get played. This is what's going to get the airplay. That's how the deal with the devil is made. So yes, we can make a deal with the devil, but it's not the devil that looks like a red fiery demon. The devil looks just like you. And at times, you can be the devil and do things that's of an evil spirit and not from love. In 2025, let's value ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the money is just paper. Yes, it can trade off for different things, but the ultimate value is you. You that's watching this. You're the value. You're what's valued. Do y'all get where I'm coming from? And people that's behind AI that's building robots to replace the human to devalue the human asset. That can be of the devil. But you dress it up pretty to make it seem as if it's for the benefit of the human race. Let's realize what's the ultimate value. And never forget that. Hold that dear to your heart. You are the biggest asset. You that's watching this. Let's take time to start digging and researching. Let's not just jump on anything. Okay? I love you guys. Thank y'all for staying tuned until the end of this video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we all can be the devil and we all can do things that's not coming from a place of love. To be aware is to be alive. Let's be more aware. Let's not take things just because we see it or we see more people talking about it, that this is what it is. Dig in, do your research so that you don't find yourself on the other side of the fence. I thank you all for tuning in to Dysfunctional Conversations. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Come get yourself a daily dose of dysfunction. Because dysfunctional is how we all find ourselves living. I thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.